Good morning guys, today is going to be another well requested video, which is a decluttering video. We did one of these quite recently, and as you guys know, I do this as a job, so I receive a lot of PR and I purchase product myself. These drawers have already gotten way out of hand, so we have to do a little bit of a decluttering. Now that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get rid of everything I declutter. I do actually have a basket here. What I'm going to do with the basket is just fill it with things I think might be really ideal for autumn winter, or technically spring summer. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, because from September I'm going to start shifting into my autumn winter colour palette. So anything I don't actually keep will go in a separate basket, and that's when you guys will get it as a giveaway, or it'll go to friends and family. This is the current situation. You guys will see it's quite different to the last time we did the declutter. There's a lot more product that's been added here. Everything is a little bit jumbled. It doesn't really have its own space and purpose. And so for that reason, we need to just get it sorted. Okay, I'm going to take over the voiceover here, and basically what I'm doing before we start talking through the products I'm going to be decluttering is actually putting aside the products, and especially in this case foundations and tints, I certainly will not be parting with, because they are my ultimate favourites. If you want to learn a bit about them, then in my previous decluttering video I went into a lot of depth on them, but what I will be doing here is putting into the basket the ones I'm not sure on, and then we'll talk through my thoughts on each product while we declutter, so that it's just a little bit easier to follow this way and it's not a super long-winded video. Alright, so jumping back into a live voice situation, talking through these products because these are the ones I really want to keep out, because I actually div and dive between all of them. This one is my newest to the collection. This is from Chantecaille and I really like this. So this is number 1 Staying. Merit I actually really love, and I've got quite a bit of use out of this through the height of summer, but obviously we're on the last couple of weeks of summer and I think this whole week is going to be really miserable in weather. So I'm really unsure whether to keep this out right now and use it on holiday, or whether to just put it aside. I really don't know what to do with this, guys. The Say Slip tint I've never tried before, so I'm going to try this and gauge my thoughts. I've heard people say it's really kind of slippy on the skin or a little bit greasy. Other people say it's incredible. So I think being able to try this and then get my opinion on whether I'm going to put it away or not is the best method. This one I'm definitely going to keep out because I purchased this myself recently and I love it. This is great for every day because it's an SPF, but it also is very, very sheer tint. It's a mineral based sunscreen, which is really good for the skin, and it's an SPF 30, so it's actually my perfect kind of SPF tint. I'm keeping that. This one I loved because again, it's got, you can see the pearlescence in it from Lancome, okay? Hourglass is obviously staying because Hourglass is like my baby. This is really beautiful as well. This is an SPF 50. It's a skin tint. It's gorgeous. I feel like maybe I should just put it in a, yeah, I'm not diving for this because I've got Lelive. So right now I'm gonna part. The House Labs is possibly one of my favourite foundations, so she has to stay in the collection. Shiseido is also definitely up there with the most perfect skin foundation tint, especially if you have older skin or you want a tint that is predominantly skincare. This is like a no-brainer. Like, this is possibly one of the best foundation sticks on the market, and it's great to layer as well as on its own. So I'm definitely keeping her, and she doesn't take up much space. So we've got 5, and I feel like I need these in my life, but like, I don't know what to do, guys, because on holiday, I'm going on holiday soon. And the thing is, I don't wear makeup during the day. Like, it's just, I just don't. Like, it's an all-inclusive. I'm going to be by the pool. Like, I am not going to be wearing any makeup. I'm not really looking at the SPF factor of any of this because I'm not going to be wearing this during the day. And by nighttime, there's no sun, so it doesn't really matter. But what I will say is, like, it's based on the finish. And, oh, God, I love them so much. But, like, we're already back to getting too full with the tints right now, so I'm not really sure what to do. Lancome is a beautiful travel-friendly tint, so I feel like I have to keep her. Maybe I will put this one in my winter pile. Yeah, let's just put it in my winter pile, and let's keep this one. And then these can also go in there. Okay, so we've narrowed it down here. to these, which is still like a lot of foundations and tints, but they're just my favorites. They're my babies. I alternate between them all, and I don't want to get rid of any of them. And if it was up to me, I wouldn't get rid of any of the other ones either, but it's too busy. So here we go. Alright, so as you can see, the concealers are a little bit excessive, as everything is in my drawers at the moment. So I'm just going through here and putting to the side the ones I really want to keep, the ones I'm not entirely sure on, and yeah, the ones that are going in a maybe pile. So these are definitely the ones that I'm gonna sift through, and as I did before, we'll talk through them, we'll see which ones I'm going to keep and why, and everything else will go in the basket. Kosas is like my dream concealer. It's so good, and so is the Hourglass. So without a doubt, they are staying. And I do have different colours of the Hourglass, but for different times of year. So I'm keeping those too. But what's left here is concealers I just like, I feel like I need to give another go to. So these two are brand new in my collection. Tried this in a video recently and I loved it, but I did find throughout the day, which is a little bit of an update if you've watched my TikTok recently, that I did a comparison between the Hourglass and the Estee Lauder. They looked comparably exactly the same. However, this I feel like started to separate slightly when I looked in a closer mirror a bit later. I don't know if that's just because I put like a glossy product over the top and maybe it can't handle that and the Hourglass can. I'm not sure. So I feel like I need to give it another go with different products to see if it's still working the way I want it to work. The Shiseido is like a self-refreshing concealer, which is the one thing that it's the one thing that is really attractive to me about this concealer. I've only tried it once because it was a little dark for me at the time, but I have tan on and I'm going away, so if this performs the way I'm hoping it'll perform, it'll be perfect. So I'm keeping those two definitely. Tower 28 is gorgeous. This is so creamy, so lightweight, it's worth the hype. It's just a little bit dark, but again with tan this will be perfect, so I am going to keep her. This one is colour changing, okay, so I'm going to try a little bit on my hand for you. It comes out white, which looks so scary, but as you blend you can see how it adjusts, and I don't think it's adjusting to your tone realistically, like I just don't think that's a thing. But it adjusts in pigment, it blends the pigment, and this is one in the shade Door. Now because of that, and because it's so natural, I think it's really pretty, and I want to try it on the rest of my face rather than just under my eyes. And then I did the same thing last time, I wasn't sure whether to keep this or not. The only thing that puts me off using this is when I do use it, I feel like sometimes it can separate and go a bit heavy. I feel like I'm just trying to argue the point of it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And these are the concealers that I'm going to keep in my collection. Alright, these are all my powders, guys, that I've got. And actually there's not that many realistically in here, comparison to my declutter I did last time, which was like hefty. This is new and I honestly really love this. I used this recently and it mattified, my skin looked amazing, and yeah, it was great. No patchiness, no separation, no cakiness, just beautiful. This one is, it's the newer formula, but I do actually really like this, so I'm keeping her. Hourglass, she's a beauty. I just wish that this was like small, you know, because travel wise it's just kind of annoying. But keeping her, keeping the loose powder, keeping Charlotte Tilbury. In fact, I feel like I need to keep all of these because they're just all so wonderful and I just can't declutter any of them, which is like quite annoying for you guys, I know. But I don't feel like there's a lot there, right? Like, there's not a lot of powder. Is there? I don't know. These are my highlighters, my like cream highlighters in the collection. Now, some of these are like staying, there's like no argument about it. So Chanel, Balm de Chanel, she's staying, she's a favourite for sure. This one I'm actually going to get rid because I just don't reach for it. I reach for it every now and then, but like I have other products that do the same thing. So she's going. She's all going to be in a giveaway as well because it's literally this one and I already have it and there's obviously loads left. So there's no point in me keeping two. These are new, okay? These are really beautiful. They're like a cream blush highlighter duo. So this is specifically the highlighter in the shade Flashy. And if I like, the sun is really not like allowing you to see things really well here, but I don't know, actually it's a little bit gold. Let's get rid, let's be ruthless. This is actually a cream blush, so I'm just going to put that aside for the cream blush section. We have the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand, and we also have their highlighter, which I love. I'm going to put this away and give this away because I don't reach for it like nearly as much as I probably should for how expensive this is. This I purchased myself quite recently and I love it, and this as well is so underrated. This is Shell from MAC. It's their cream colour base and it's beautiful. And then the Glossier stick. I really want to get the Merit stick, so I guess by decluttering I'm leaving a little bit of room for something new here. And that's everything I'm going to be keeping for my cream highlighters. Now, technically this could be classed as a cream highlighter. It's a liquid highlighter. It's the Say Glowy Super Gel, but this is in Rose Glow. And I do have Warm Glow, and I'm feeling like maybe I keep Warm Glow, but I'll put this in the pile for now anyway, and that can kind of stay with that category of makeup. Primers, setting sprays, I literally have 2. Let me just check underneath and see if I've got any more. Okay, I found Warm Glow. So instead of Rose Glow, I'm going to keep Warm Glow and put Warm Glow here. By the way, I did also find my little Hourglass travel powder, and I'm going to keep that because I think for holiday this would be incredible. So that's also going to stay with my powders. And these are all my primers. So I just have 4. Like, I would love the hydration primer from Hourglass, but I don't currently have that, and I don't use primers an awful lot. So these are all I've got. This I've recently purchased. I don't know where the lid's gone. I think it's like fallen under the desk somewhere. But this is amazing. This is from Clinique, and it's obviously the colour's beautiful, but its performance is amazing as well. So I'm definitely keeping her. I use her all the time. I've not tried this yet. I got sent this from NYX, and I mean, the idea of this kind of scares me just because of the look of it, but I am going to try it because I'm intrigued to know how this works. Milk is a staple. I love Milk. It's basically one that will just make your makeup last all day, and it is so worth it. So 100% keeping her. And then Vanish. So this is kind of a product I'm still trying to work with because, as you guys know, my skin is like dry and dehydrated, but sometimes can get a little bit oily in like my forehead, which is basically the only place I get oily. But because of the heat, sometimes I also get sweaty. I just don't think that I'm gonna reach for this because I love my skin to be hydrated and I'm not an oily person, but this is just so expensive and bougie, and I really suffer to part with it, if we're being real. So I'm kind of just holding on to it, but I really feel like I should be realistic and just give this to somebody who is oily and will get more use out of it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of scared. So this is all the makeup for my top drawer now, minus my eyeshadows and lip products. So, I mean, it's still a lot, but it's insanely condensed in comparison to what it was before, and I'm really proud of that. And you should see how big the tote is of stuff that I've got rid of, so it's quite a big chunk. Now let's go on to eye products, which I feel like it's going to be so painful for me. I feel like I could kind of get away with keeping my eye products if I had, like, say for example another one of these, because I have this for all my cream shadow sticks because I'm such an individual shadow person, and I just put my individual shadows in it like my other ones. Can I justify it that way? I feel like I can. Maybe we do that. Alright, so I got a clear jar that I had lying around, and let's declutter my eyeshadows. Alright, these are all my individual shadows. There's a lot here, but again, I love individual shadows. So I'm thinking I put all my pigments at the bottom because I reach for these the least. And we've got blue, brown, we've got tan, and we've got the glitter. The glitter I love, by the way. Nothing's changed there. We also have the copper glitter and a little rose gold, so put those in there. I'm actually going to get rid of these 2 Charlotte Tilbury individuals because I just don't reach for them at all, and I feel like it's kind of a waste of space. So they're going in there. We've got Space Cowboy, which is kind of, I'm getting through, so I'm keeping her. And I also have this really nice Bare Minerals loose eyeshadow that I've used a few times in videos, and I do really love this. I've got 2 shades of it, by the way, as well. So I've got Nude Beach, and I've also got Queen Tiffany. And that's a lip product. I don't know why that's there. I've got this really pretty tan colour from Lancome as well. And then I'm going to put all my Armani creams in. So I've got quite a few shades here. We've got M22, which is my most used, 25M. We've got the Rose Gold, which is 44S. We've got 10S. We've got 36M, I'm not sure. We've got 90M. Got another Rose Gold. Oh, it's slightly different, 44. Is this the same, actually? Let's see. Oh my god, they're the same. Okay, so let's get rid of one of those and then put my two favourites in, and then that leaves space underneath here just for my individual shadows. I also have this little She Glam one, which is like pure glitter. I do really like that, so that's going to go in there, but I just don't reach for it very often. So this is a full little jar of individual shadows. I think that'll look really pretty on a shelf. And so now let's dive into my individual pots. So we've got a Natural Flirt, Extra Dimension. She's staying. All my Extra Dimensions are definitely staying. We've got Sweet Heat. We've got Smoky Mauve. She's staying. And we also have She Sparkles, which is a sparkle topper. Don't need her because I have a loose one, so she's going. I don't use Expensive Pink, so she's going. And I do have one Hourglass, which would be perfect for autumn winter, so she's definitely staying. Now, I keep umming and ahhing about these ones, so I never reached for this Rose Gold one from Victoria Beckham Beauty. So I'm going to get rid of her, as nice as she is, and keep Honey, because Honey is a really pretty, like, gold shade. So let's see if I get some use out of her going forward. I've got Painterly as, like, a primer from MAC, which, to be honest, I don't really reach for often, but it's great to have in the collection. And then I'm definitely keeping all of my Merit eyeshadows. So I've got a Vachetta and I've got Mid-Century, beautiful colours, so I'm definitely keeping those, and all of my Morphe creams. And then this is a Charlotte Tilbury in Oyster, which I've not reached for in ages, so I am going to get rid of her. And that is all that's going to be staying in my drawer. Start refilling. I did have lip products in here, but I took them out because I have also kept them in a separate little basket. I don't really reach for them in the drawer, so it's kind of pointless them being in there. And let's start refilling. Because these are quite long, I'm going to put my highlighters in the back. So in this section, I'm thinking concealer maybe? Concealers. And that's it. So this leaves it open for my lip products now, which I'm going to sort out later. But if I do want any specific lip products in there, then at least I've got a little bit of room to just stack them. And that makes me incredibly happy. So let me zoom out for you guys. Okay, wonderful. This is what it looks like. It's finished. There's so much more space in here. I have room to put some lip products if I want there as well. And I feel like it's a little bit less stressful going into my bag to pick out products now. So this is part one. Obviously stay tuned for part two, which will be coming shortly. And you can see what my bronzers, blushes and all of that are underneath too. So yeah, let me know what your favourite product is, if there's anything I need to add to my collection. If you love this video, please subscribe and thumbs up as usual, and I'll see you in another decluttering video very soon. And just so you guys are aware, the next video is going to be this drawer, which is completely wild and crazy, fun as well, and yeah, it really needs doing. So make sure you follow, subscribe, so you can see how I declutter this.